In this video, I want to talk to you about one of the most difficult things leaders have to do, and that is to make decisions that are not at all obvious. And I want to share with you a framework that I have used for a number of years that sounds kind of weird when you first hear it, but I think it'll help you. I know it helps me. It's simply this, the headline test. And the headline test really helps me to figure out what the right thing to do is when I really don't know what to do. So I had to use that actually as recently as like right now, this week. So you're making really complicated decisions about whether to open, whether to reopen, whether to close, what to do. And there's sort of what the law allows, but then there's also the right thing. And sometimes they're the same thing and sometimes they're not. And I know as a leader, you get very emotionally invested in decisions. So I want to walk you into a case study that I had to deal with today. Actually, we made a final call on this. But case study is this. For months now, I have been working in connection with a partner on this course. We're going to call it The Art of Better Reaching, and we're very excited about bringing it to leaders trying to figure out how to reach people in the post-pandemic era. We had a video crew lined up, we had a venue all booked, we had catering arranged, we had plane tickets booked, everybody was coming in. And I know it's coronavirus, but technically under the laws of the province where I live, everything is perfectly legal. Everything is fine. You're allowed to do filming with 10 people, up to 10 people masked, etc., etc. So we were ready to go. But some new information came to light that there probably is a variant of the coronavirus at work in our community. Not right here where I'm standing, but about 20 minutes away. And right now it seems to be fairly limited, but you know how these things can go. So I made the difficult but not that difficult decision this morning to cancel the entire shoot. Now, we have worked for months on this to bring this day about. Now, why did I do that when everything is legally permissible? I did it because I want to do the right thing. And I think that people's health is really important. I think that making sure that people are safe is really important. And I think, particularly as a person of faith, I want to make sure that I am on the right side of health and the right side of decisions. So where does the headline test fit in? Well, I want you to imagine whatever scenario you're looking at, whether you're reopening a church, a store, whether you're trying to make a decision about whether you're going to get together with a best friend in these uncertain times. And I want you to think about what the headline would have been. Like I had a guy coming in from the other part of the country, I had a crew coming in, I had people from the Toronto area coming up for the shoot at different times, so we all stayed within the limits. But you know what, if that became the story of an outbreak, I would not want that, first of all, to be true, but secondly, that is going to be a really, really, really difficult thing to explain down the road. And that's what happens when you end up in the headlines, is you end up explaining everything, right? You might have a really good reason in your mind, but I thought, you know what? I want to secure the safety of everybody involved, the crew, my team, people, the general public. You never know how this goes. So we're just going to shut it down and we can do it again in the future. Now, what's made this doubly difficult is we actually shot this course once before coronavirus, before the world shut down, and then we shelved it because we wanted to create a second version that would work after coronavirus, and this was the shoot, and guess what killed it? Coronavirus. So anyway, we're going to do it again in the future, and it will be safe, it will be safer, and we'll be able to open it up. But I want you to think through every decision, and this can go into personnel decisions, right? When you're letting someone go or welcoming them on board, like what is the headline? What is the headline? Well, you're trying to make those tough calls. And this is a corollary to some other decisions. Like 5 years from now, what am I going to wish that I would have done? I'm probably going to wish I would have done this. How do I feel after the decision? I feel really good. Everybody got on board really quickly and we said, let's be safe, not sorry. And I am a risk taker. I'm an Enneagram 8. I'm like, go, 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 charge the hill, charge the hill. But sometimes we just have to put our wisdom hats on and think that through. So when I don't know what to do, I do think about, okay, what would a wise person do? I think about, what do I wish I would have done 5 years from now? But I also think about the headline test, because even though it's not about PR or image or anything like that, when you think, man, this is going to be really difficult to explain, then you probably shouldn't do it. Or another way you can think about it is, would I want to post pictures of what I'm doing in this moment, right? Reopening, or even this goes into text exchanges too. If you're having text with somebody, if that became public, would you want it to become public? You see, all these factors are at play for those of us who have public and leadership responsibility. Anyway, that's the headline test. I hope it helps you think about what would this look like in the headline, because the headlines are never very charitable. And then if you're like, oh yeah, couldn't explain that, then just don't do it. Anyway, hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other tests for making decisions, but I thought I'd take you behind the scenes today and let you know what to think. And guess what? We'll probably, God willing, be able to shoot this thing in the future And we will when conditions are a little bit different. So leave a comment, share this with someone you think this could help, and let me know what you think.